Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards.
Here we go.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman, the center, and the 2 guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the linebackers and the safeties to run free and get to the ball carriers. And that play worked really well. No gain.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. They go play action. Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback, you got to make that throw, right? Yeah. That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 44 yards. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined, no one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there.
4 down. These 2. 4 down.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Eli Rogers that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Blue 30. These 2. These 2.
Roethlisberger will hand to counter. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Take two of them. Middle.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he gets it down to the 32. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 61 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. A try here for the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it. So they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Double. Take two of them. Double.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a third down and 8.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a third and long at the outset of this drive.
Blue 30. These two.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th.
Blue 30. 24.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
50.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it'll bring up third down.
Take 2 of them. Set! 180. 24.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. This is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Let's go. Set! Blue 30! 22, 44.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. A reminder, 4 more games set to kick off later this afternoon. Chiefs, Chargers, Seahawks and the Broncos, Redskins and Cardinals, and then the Cowboys against the Panthers. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
77.
On third down, that's Connor. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short, but sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Black 20. Take 2 of them.
They go play action here on first down. On the move to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now it's Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Like 80. Keep these 2.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And the Steelers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Back to the NFL scoreboard for a second, third quarter in Indy. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 34. Mayfield on first down. They'll go screen here to Hunt, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Detroit!
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught at the 20. A big play there on third down for the Browns. 48 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Bud Dupree. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Again, it's Connor. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Here we go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? Black 20. Focus.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
Black 20. Beat these 2.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Wide open receiver, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2nd down, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Antonio Callaway, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Sutton now to return. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. The drive will start with Connor. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Roethlisberger finding Rodgers, and the Steelers convert on third down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Roethlisberger to throw. Steps away. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back, get a lot of people out in front, control the line of scrimmage, wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
Now Mayfield. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Detroit!
Here's Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 39 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post.
And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Sutton now to return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much.
They've got his man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line.